inside the 40 before being dropped. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Throwing is Jackson. Now he'll tuck. And right away, he lost the football. And it's going to carry him out of the side of the end zone. And that, my friends, is a safety, 2 points. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. That is just a disaster by all accounts. It'll get marked where it went out of bounds, and this offense is going to start in plus territory. Throwing is Williams. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
To throw, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. He'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second.
Now they'll audible to something else.
The Ravens' 12-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. Throw right side taken in by Adunze. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And the Bears, first down. First down and goal to go.
To the air, Williams. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Colston Loveland there to make the grab, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Williams going to throw for it. And he's got it. So they try for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early, as they've got it first and 10. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders in every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They go play action now. Jackson. Bateman's got it on the crossing route here. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Henry. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Calling a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. Henry again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
With the way things have gone in this game, I think they've got to consider going for it here. I realize it's just the 2nd quarter, so they're not panicking, but they need something to give them positive momentum to get things going.
They'll run forward with Henry. And he's not going to get in. They'll stop him at the 1. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, look at repeat that, Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Looking to throw is Williams. He's got this complete to Burden. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Here's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Open man down the field, that's Burden. He'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. That was hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he gets it inside the 30 so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defense is talking about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. DJ Moore, 30 yards. And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two.
The Bears will line up.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
The attempt at the two-point conversion is...
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
And they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch. Over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something being shut out right now. They could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That good completions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Here's Jackson.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Williams throwing to start the drive.
There's a short one caught by Loveland.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back to throw. Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
And he's got it. Touchdown. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for two. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two. They don't get it.
The score, Bears 22, Ravens nothing. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Now it's Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Jackson going to keep it.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Williams. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defensive credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And second and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Bears first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams.
There's a short one caught by Logan.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
That coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting into the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Over the middle, he's going to find Burden.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 33. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material.
Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that will bring up second down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Bears first down. Although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Line up for the 2-point conversion.
Throwing is Williams.
And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I know we can sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurting this one. No.
offense at the line, set to get going. Jackson now. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
A gain of 15. And the Raven first down.
They go play action with Jackson. That went into the hands of Flowers. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
It is a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
They're looking deep here for Flowers. They're all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 39 yards. And the Ravens are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Back now here on EA Sports, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
To throw, Williams. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
And we find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. To the air once more, Williams. Pass caught by Burden. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air, Williams. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And they're working inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
That's caught left side, Burden.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
9-yard line, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Williams.
Touchdown, Bears!
DeAndre Swift.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Jackson to throw.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sidelines because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
Grady Jarrett breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they get it to him again. Grady Jarrett in there again as he's able to pick up sacks on both 1st and 2nd down. One last shot for Jackson.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the